Hi guys. I accidentally hit the live button too quick. Hope all is doing well. We have Lindsay over here. She's I want to apologize first of all to Garrett. We were supposed to tell him before we went live. Sorry, Garrett. Yeah, so welcome everyone. Let me get this on live chat. Accidentally hit the button too quick. I really can't see it. I'm gonna have to put this up here. There we go. So Lindsay is on her phone looking at the chat also. Wow, there's already 180 people in here. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you, well, Lindsay hasn't talked yet, but you want to talk to him? So you're going to talk to him?
Hi.
I slid the camera on the tripod and hit live now, so where we're at, can you tell them where we're at?
We put in at Mason's Landing in Washington, North Carolina, off of Clark's Neck Road.
Yeah, so we ended up finding two vehicles yesterday, and we dove on them. What?
Hi, handsome Rob.
What's up, Rob?
Oh no, he doesn't want you to talk. He said let her talk.
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
So we have been here in North Carolina, in Washington, North Carolina, looking for a trio that went missing back in 1982. One man in his 20s and two of them were in their 30s. They were last seen leaving a bar in Chocowinity. We believe headed towards Washington, which is right across the Pamlico River, and that's who we're searching for. So it's a 40-year-old cold case. So we are back on Tar River this evening after finishing last night on Tar River, where we found two vehicles, dove on them, and the video will be out
soon. I've still gotta. So as where we're at right now, I'm gonna say we're not gonna find anything at this spot. Again, I was supposed to start the live stream, and then when we got to the location, I was supposed to start it up, but my fat fingers hit the button. So you guys are gonna have a little bit of a downtime and talk to us. And the reason why I say that is because there's an island here that's full of trees, and there's so much vegetation and forest over there that the only thing in here would be a boat.
You have to behave. HR's in the room.
You can tell HR he's a good guy.
And E's
Josh
on here.
Hammond, hello E. Anybody hasn't checked out Ride or Dive, he just put a video out. Check it out on YouTube. Ride or Dive, if somebody has a link, or if Lindsay will put the link on, or even you can put a link on there, on that video, E. So, it's been quite the adventure. It's definitely been something that I think in this one we've solved two cases.
Yeah, during the winter trip in January.
Yes. We went to Waco with AWP. We were able to bring back Stephanie Torres, and then we went into Arkansas and we were able to bring back Annie Hampton. And it's an honor to work for the families. It's an honor to work for the law enforcement, and better yet, the people that we worked with at Adventures with Purpose. Josh, Doug, Carson, and I guess Jared. They've been they've been awesome to work with, and because of you guys, we're able to do this. And I just want to say thank you. Get that out of the way. I see a lot of green becoming members. Who are the members? Because it doesn't show up anymore.
No, it's just Dawn's been a member for 2 months. Amanda Darden's been a member for 7 months.
It tells you how many times, what their membership is like that?
Yeah, like I can, like when I get like a anniversary, like I have the option to like put it in
Announce
the chat.
it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Put a little message.
Thank you guys for being a member that long. That's amazing. I didn't know that was an option.
Art Highland is in here.
Art Highland, he said if he could get off this darn oxygen, he'd be over here. So that brings me to my next thing.
Down under Dan's.
See that? Looks like a boat.
Boat.
That brings me to my next point. Tomorrow we're going to have a meet and greet type deal. We're going to have the transition from now till tomorrow, and then we're just going to have a little downtime around 1 o'clock. It was on one of my community posts, and it's also on the Facebook post, and it has the address. You can actually announce the address if you want, if you remember it. You remember it?
No? It's at Havens Garden Park in Washington, North Carolina. I can tell you that.
There you go.
I think it's like 1001 Park Road or something.
So that's a new one.
Dyson's Crazy Adventures has been a member for 16 months.
16 months. Dyson Crazy Adventures.
Hey TK.
Hey TK.
LNW, the show's in here. We've been with you for a while.
Thank you, Kat, for becoming a member. We actually have a boat ramp right here, so we're at the spot that we wanted to start. So I'll have her talk for a little bit.
There's a guy in here who wanted to come and meet us, but he had to run into a dog circus this weekend, so he can't. But he's in here. It would have been awesome if he could have come out and seen our boat and stuff. Though.
Yeah, I mean it is a nice boat. The gentleman who let us borrow it, you know, he's a pretty amazing person.
There probably should be a whole episode dedicated to. Oops, sorry, gal.
Yeah, yeah, definitely some oop moments on this boat. We put her through the mill, and it's still running good. We had a little issue with it. The air ratio. There's a monitor in there, and it's got it's like fine tuning on a carburetor, and it didn't have enough air. The air intake was almost like it was a huge vacuum in it, so it had to be closed down a little bit. But it's fixed. It doesn't die on me whenever I'm going at a steady speed. You getting his link?
Yeah, I thought he had put it in, but maybe not. Or if I...
How's your dad? Great question. Dad is actually, and hello Dad, love you, and I'm glad that you're, it's pretty awesome. From 3 months ago, or was it 4? I can't remember exactly how long he's been sick. But he's made a huge comeback. Like, they told him he'd never be able to function without oxygen. And he's out in his garage cleaning, and I mean, he's still in a walker, but he's getting up, super strong, and it's amazing. So thank you for asking, Dad. Papa Chaos is doing really great. So the biggest thing. So Dad had what do you call it? Cataracts. Dad had cataracts, and it was bad. Like, if it wasn't right in his face, he couldn't see it, and he barely could see it then. So it was almost like putting a fog, almost like when you go in from people who wear glasses or like anything. It's just a huge fog in front of you. Yeah. And there's a process where you can actually take your take the lens out of your eye and put artificial lens in. And he had that done, that surgery, and Dad can see perfectly now.
I don't know if I want to go back though, because like I'm just waiting for your dad to be like, oh, that's what you look like. Because I know your dad well enough to know.
You're like, oh.
And he's going to be like, oh, God, I shouldn't have had my eyes fixed. I know him. I know him well enough to know that that's what's going to happen.
With this area that we're searching at, what was the boat? Mason's?
Mason's Landing.
Mason Landing.
On Clark's Neck Road.
All of this is new development. 1982, whenever they went missing. In 1982, when they went missing, I'll get to that here in a second. All this wasn't here. It was all open vegetation. Joyce Branyard, thank you so much for the $4.99 donation. Margot Dahlgren, thank you. She says, God bless all of you for doing what you do. Thank you so much. Gina in a bottle, literally screaming right now. Please have dinner on me. Gina, thank you so much.
Gina is one of the people who had sent me the information on this case, and then she had tracked down that Web Sleuths thread that gave us information, and so she's been really helpful on this case and just, at least helping me find where to find information. She's been fantastic.
So the ones who are just tuning in, we had found 2 vehicles. One was a stolen Ford Explorer, and the other one was a Toyota. Was it a Toyota Avalon? Yeah. Yedra Edwards, thank you for the $10 sticker. Actually, I think those stickers are cool. Hello, Jacob and Lindsay from Harrisburg, Illinois. Much love and respect. Shannon, gas station girl.
I don't know.
Or is that, no, that's not girl. That's I can't remember her name.
Oh, that's Katie.
Katie.
It's
Sorry,
the
Katie,
one
if
that
you're
I
watching.
know.
Oh, it's one you're okay.
Katie is the blonde one. That works at night.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that.
Thank you, Timothy, for the sticker.
Tell Lindsay to smile for the camera, please.
I'm sorry that I'm even on the camera, so I apologize to all of you. I'm supposed to be behind it. That's where I'm supposed to stay.
So the cool part about having Kyle's boat is he has a built-in sonar. He's got it's in the dash, and then we have the transducer on the back. We also have my setup on the side of the boat with my sonar in here. So there's 2 eyes watching, and Lindsay's actually learning a lot about. Tell them about what you're.
I don't know anything about anything.
What is it coming up? What's coming up?
The
right
river.
There? What's that?
The dock.
Huh?
That right there?
No, this. That we just went over.
It looks like a turtle or a snail.
I said she was learning. No, that's just a tree brush pile.
Well, it kind of looks like rocks right there. But then that could also be like a turtle shell, like a really big turtle. Dead coyote. So if you go to chaosdivers.com, if you give me a second, I'll put the link in as well. That's where all of our merch and everything is that you can go through, and there's a bunch of different stuff on there. And we take stuff off, we add new stuff. But chaosdivers.com.
So with this new development over on this side, the reasoning why we picked the Tar River is due to the fact that 2 of the men who became missing had Washington addresses. So with that, they'd have to come this direction. So, I mean, 1982, there's a lot of things could happen. A lot of things change.
Well, and back, so with this all being new, like the development part is new, but a lot of this, from what we understand from talking to law enforcement and stuff, is that a lot of this in like wooded area and stuff wasn't as grown up. So there are so many places 40 years ago that were extremely accessible into the water. Even though it may look like you can't get there now, you could 40 years ago.
It looks different on mine. Okay. I see it now. Sorry, false alarm.
Yeah, I see a tree.
Bunch of trees.
Eric said those are some fancy sunglasses you're wearing. Yes, they are. So, I'm going to tell on Jacob. Jacob had never really had like a nice pair of sunglasses. These
Why not?
are...
Sorry.
These are Bajíos. They're really awesome. This company that we met, they donated some to us. They are geared towards fishing and water and that kind of thing. So they are polarized. They're completely customizable. But best thing ever, Jacob puts his glasses on and he goes and he looks at the water and he's like, oh wow, this is gonna be, if I have to dive, it's gonna be really great. You know, it's I can see like 4 feet of the water. It's crystal clear water. And then he takes his glasses off and he's like, ah, and he was horrified at how disgusting the water was. But when he realized how great the glasses were, it was like a kid in a candy store. Like he just found out that he was getting a puppy on Christmas kind of happy. I
was doing this.
It was best thing ever. It was hilarious.
Like I can see, I can't see.
Thank
Look
you.
at all those fish. Look at all those stripers. So there's this huge striper run going down through this river.
Yeah.
And there's so many people fishing today.
David Carter, thank you for the donation.
Well, thank you.
And Judy Magyakers, hey Jake, thank you for the donation.
I'm actually going to show them this real quick.
Josh says the head tilt says it all.
I'm going to show you this, guys, real quick. Look at that amount.
Happy birthday, Art!
Happy birthday, Art. Look at that stripers. Look at all them. That may be crappie, but I'm pretty sure it's striper because he said they're running in a bunch.
So
they're running in a big.
Yeah.
Oh, did I push a button? Are you guys still there? Okay.
A couple of questions. Teresa asked how many cars we found in the river so far. So in this, where we're at in Washington, North Carolina, just 2 so far. Sapphire Blue wants to know if I help out with Eric's channel. So Eric's growing his channel right now. So he's doing a lot of his own stuff as far as, so he can learn and he can, you know, understand the process behind it. I do help. I am, you know, a manager on his page as well. But for right now, he's kind of wanting to learn and he's wanting to get to know people, and he's the one, you know, interacting and editing videos. That's all Eric, but I will absolutely step in and help anytime he needs me to. And Mike Merrill, happy Valentine's Day to you as well.
There's no alligators in here.
Birdie Rhodes, yes. So to recap, we are looking for the North Carolina trio. It was 3 men, one in his 20s and 2 in their 30s. They went missing back in December of 1982 in a 1975 Camaro. They were at, it was a local establishment called the VIP Club. That's where they were last seen, getting in the car. And we do believe that they were headed back towards Washington, which would have been over the Pamlico River. So we're just kind of searching any bridges, areas of the water that would be accessible. Back then, 40 years ago. So a lot of these newer developments weren't around. The vegetation and stuff wasn't as grown up. So a lot of it is would have been much easier to get into the water back then. So
Shout out to the officer last night who came up for the Explorer and the Avalon. What was his last name? Connor? No.
Officer Russell, he was fantastic.
Officer Russell.
Yeah.
He was amazing. And then
He was super awesome.
Yeah.
I liked him a lot.
Tell him why.
So he is an instructor. He's a statewide instructor for North Carolina for tasers. He was gonna let me tase Jacob for free. I'm disappointed I didn't take the opportunity.
Yeah, he wouldn't have. He wouldn't have went through with it, but yeah, he may have.
Gina Bottle, thank you again for that donation. That's kind of what we're thinking, is that they left the VIP club heading home, and at some point in time, depending on the route that they took, I think there was an accident. I don't think that this was purposeful. I don't get that feeling from anything I've read or any of the people we've spoken to, that this was purposeful or foul play. I think it was an accident. Garrett said nice. He was going to let me tase you.
So I was a correctional officer at Sling County about a year and a half or so. I've been pepper sprayed. You have to be pepper sprayed with what you have, what you carry, and that was definitely. I wanted to carry. I'm not gonna say the best, but I wanted to carry a strong pepper spray, so I had 19. Well, they hit you across the face with it from about, I don't know, 10 feet. Let's just say it burned in the shower. It burned for about a day. But yeah.
You, John.
So we're gonna cross over because this is more of the road area now instead of this. Over there was.
Serial Killer Documentary said, congrats on the 100K. Use the YouTube plaque as a boat chair. So somebody asked how we're able to tell what the layout was 40 years ago. So one, talking to locals. Two, you can kind of tell what's local or what's new development and what's not. Also on Google Earth, if you go to Google Earth on your computer, there is a way to...
You have to get the pro version.
Yeah, you have to get the pro version, but there, and you type in a code, and you can actually look back and see what maps, or what the area looked like on the maps on a certain day.
But keep in mind that regardless of the time that you're looking at it, it still could be 2 years before that they've taken that photo.
Right. But I mean, you can typically tell like what a new development looks like. We know in talking with locals that 17 business wasn't there 40 years ago, so they would have used, you know, like old 17, that kind of thing. You can tell what's older, what's newer. In talking with one of the lieutenants this morning, he's from here. He was around when it happened. He was extremely helpful in telling us, giving us ideas. Okay, you know, check here and that kind of thing. So just talking to people, reading different, like I said, Reddit, web sleuths, reading different things are all incredibly helpful.
And that's where you guys come in. You know, we say it on the videos, but with you guys giving us this information like Gina and a bottle did, that's important information to know. We went in here blindfolded. Doing any good?
They've been missing for just shy of 40 years.
I don't know if you're using what are you using?
They went missing on December 10th of 1982. Sorry,
about
Jacob's having a
10 feet deep.
conversation with somebody else. So at this moment in time, just don't pay attention to him.
I'm sorry, there was a fisherman. And you see all these fish?
You're yelling.
Was I?
Yeah.
Oh. So, with you guys telling us all this information, it comes in handy. And with speaking with the local law enforcement, they have been hands down amazing. The deputy, the lieutenant, the captain, they all came out and told us information that I'd never thought.
There a captain actually?
It wasn't a captain, it was a lieutenant, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then a detective.
Yeah, 2 detectives.
Yeah, so, but regardless, they were like, hey, we love what you guys do. We watch you all the time on YouTube. Thank you. You guys are an asset to us, and that's what we want. We don't want to be some guys coming in here and trying to showboat or trying to, make the cops all.
It was a 1975
Ooh.
Chevy, or excuse me, yes, 1975 Chevy Camaro, black over white, and they went missing in '82.
David Rothwell. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much on that.
So we are in Washington, North Carolina, over by the coast.
You see now.
They went, the three men that we're looking for, two of them I know for sure had Washington addresses, and I believe that the third one did as well. I don't have an address for him. They were in Chalkawinity at the VIP club, and then left there, from my understanding, when it had closed for the night, and headed back towards Washington. I don't know if they were going somewhere else or if they were going to start heading home. But they crossed over a huge river. There's water everywhere, channels, and it's weird because the Pamlico River, where we put in at yesterday, was what, 3 to 4 feet deep. These little tiny channels that we're in are 17 to 20-ish feet. As these distance.
I'm looking at the right. Go ahead. Sorry.
But yeah, so like the Pamlico, where it's super wide, and you think like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so deep. It was 3 to 4 feet. And then where Jacob dove yesterday, where you could literally probably cast a line from one side of the river to the other, was 21 feet deep. So
yeah, and it's brackish water. I swear to you, I screamed underwater so loud that I was surprised that the other diver didn't freak out.
I wish I was there.
I don't know what I put my knees on, but whatever it was squirmed out from underneath me. I'm wanting to say it was a flounder. I might be wrong, but I know it was flat and it took off. I know I'm not supposed to hit the ground, but whenever I was looking at the, trying to get the license plate off, we got a car. There's this little boat ramp here.
So I know that somebody has said like, hey, 40 years, the car will just be silted out by now. So in here,
Oh no, that wasn't a car.
There's not really any current. There's not anything moving around. But you'll still be able to see it. So can you explain that to them? After 40 years, somebody said that like it'd be silted out and you wouldn't be able to see.
Depending on the decomposing of the leaves, if there's an area where there's a lot of decomposition of leaves, every year you can get it to where it's silted out and it could be covered up. The world moves around constantly, obviously, but gravity will actually work and it will shift and the car will keep going down. It won't move, but it'll go down further. But you can literally, after 40 years, we've seen them to where they've breached the windows, but it's not going to be completely gone unless you have a lot of current and you have a lot of settlement that's running through the river, and there's no current here.
There's no movement here.
Amy Bostic, please have dinner on me. Thank you so much. Yeah, you see where I was looking at right here? That was a mound with, You see that? John Walker, continue to pray for you guys. Thank you so much.
So.
Whoa, I don't know what that was, but I don't want it to come back.
So somebody had asked
Like a dolphin
with
porpoising.
extra cars that we find. Like, so we, Jacob dives on every vehicle that we find. We dive on everything. If there are plates on it, we pull the plates. If there's not plates or we can't find them, then we find some other kind of identifying marker. No matter what, we call law enforcement. We call it into them. We let them know, hey, this is what we do, who we are, where we're at, and this is what we found. From there, if it is something that they want us to remove at that moment, then we will do it. If it's something where they want us to come back and remove it, we are more than happy to do it. The ones that we found yesterday, they will be getting their...
It's a pumpkin.
It is a pumpkin. Speaking of pumpkins, hi, Brett.
Is Britt here?
Yes, he is. And he said congratulations.
Hey, thank you so much.
So we will always pull out a vehicle if we are, if it's safe to. Law enforcement wants us to. We will always pull it out, whether it's the one we are looking for or not. We might not necessarily pull it out at that moment, but we will come back and pull it if we need to. Somebody wants to know, what is your worst dive?
I've never had a worse dive. If I'm diving, I'm happy. I don't know what you're talking about. If you're talking about like current, pulling out the Chevy Silverado, you'll see it on AWP's page. That was the worst time ever. And they all thought I pulled out a tree because like 6 different trees came up.
I remember watching the video.
And I'm like, no, seriously, guys. I know I couldn't see, but I know that that was a tire that I was holding on to, and I put it on there. Now, if it came off, okay. That was probably my worst current to deal with, but other than that, I've never really had a bad dive. Scary dive when Sam came up when we were diving the ocean in the Puget Sounds. That was the most scariest part.
So we will not be home. Like probably won't be home until not this weekend, but the following weekend. We've still got 2 to 3 more cases that we have, 2 for sure, and then 1 or 2 that we're looking at on the way home. So we've still got another week or so out on the road.
So Lindsay, would you like? I mean, I know that you're doing the chat and stuff, but they probably want to see maybe like the sonar.
We'll show them the sonar. It's your live stream.
I don't know. Would you guys like to watch the sonar and we talk behind it, because it's going to be really loud when we're talking? Just because I'm right next to it and I talk loud. So if you guys would like to watch that, or Lindsay could hold it there. You need to take your...
Caitlin Jackson, it just depends on the environment. It depends on the car, windows up, windows down, depends on current, depends on, what's flowing through the water. It really just depends on what's going on, where the car's at and that kind of thing.
And if you guys are going to look at this sonar, you're going to see that there's little lines. That is the interference between both sonars. Is it going to mess it up? No. We are getting 2 different sonar readings, but they're exactly the same. Actually, one's in front of the other. We do have a little bit of feedback from transducer to transducer, but it's just lines on the outside. So.
Somebody wants to know when I'm gonna dive.
You're gonna die?
Dive. I'm not.
She is. She's gonna get trained at Mermet Springs.
I'm not. I'm gonna stay on the boat. There's so many reasons that I don't. But most of all, I just don't want to make the guys look bad. So that's why I don't. Okay, a bunch of them said yes.
Yes, on the
Yeah.
sonar. All right. You're gonna have to hold on a second.
Um, tree.
Tree. Good job. It is a tree.
Oh, okay. So somebody asked, why do cars usually end up upside down? What is in tires? Air. So when the car hits the water, and their tires will actually act as flotation devices, flip you over, and then eventually they'll settle, and the pressure that's the farther you go down will actually compress that air. So that is why cars usually end up upside down. Science lesson for the day. It's the only thing I know.
You done?
Yep.
Give me a second. I'm gonna put my hoodie on. That sun went down. And I'm gonna tell you, it's been 70 degrees out, but right now it's getting kind of chilly.
When the sun's out, it's not bad.
No.
Kristen Martin, I'm pretty sure that is one that we are taking.
Somebody's gonna
If we're
say,
talking about
you
the
should
same
have your
one."
life vest on. Well, guess what? It's on. It's just under my hoodie.
Stephanie Vaughn, yes, that is the correct one that we're on right now.
Well, I can't because I've got a big boat coming.
Well, the big boat needs to be nice.
Oh no, it's actually locating big rocks that we're driving right over top of.
So maybe we should stay on the outside of the buoys.
Maybe this boat should get out of my way. Look at those big old rocks. Here, let me show you guys.
Abnormal the Clown said, Garrett just floating in the water makes those guys look bad.
So I guess they said the sound was bad. I guess we lost sound. What's the most heart-wrenching dive you've done?
The sound went out. Oh, now
Oh.
it said sound's back.
Oh. It's back on now. I wonder how long it was out. Looks like another rock car. Yeah, it's definitely a rock. But that's what the buoys were. Not long. Brand of boats. So this is Kyle's boat. It is a Lund. What is it, 175?
1775.
1775. And then he has a 60 horse on it.
Jacob's
50
birthday
horse.
is on Sunday.
Shut up.
They asked. I gotta tell the people what they want.
It doesn't matter if they.
Look, enough people dislike me, so the ones that do like me, I have to.
You have to keep on the good side.
I have to keep on their good side.
Okay, so what you have here.
Josh said, "BS, it's a car. Dive in."
No, it's not a car. So this is all your trees, and you got a little bit of brush here, and you got a lot of shadows.
Somebody wants to know what the two different.
So this right here is your down scan. This is going straight down from the boat. This is a side scan. So all these shadows, you're casting a beam from here out. I'm going 60. We're in 6 feet of water. Oh,
You're getting lots of happy birthdays.
hold on. Let me put you back up.
Just hold it.
No, I see something, and I want to scan over it.
I don't have that.
Yes, you do. You just didn't see it.
But yes,
See that right there?
it's not.
Not a car?
Nope. Yeah, you're getting a lot of happy birthdays.
Well, thank you for the happy birthdays. Yes, my birthday is February 13th, day before Valentine's Day. That's why I'm so sweet. So, sounded good.
Now, I know your mother well enough to know that she did not lie to you as a child. So I'm not sure who told you that. And happy late birthday to Eric.
Yes, happy late birthday, Eric.
We got to spend Eric's birthday with him.
Yeah, we got to hold an alligator. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't know those fishermen right there. Sorry, guys. I didn't see you fishing there. Didn't get too close to him. If you're using a bobber, go about
Darla, I
About-
am not
about
sure
3
yet
feet.
when we are coming back for that one.
about 2 or 3 feet. Yep.
I know we have some Midwest cases at the end of April, beginning of May. I know that there is a
That wasn't
Missouri
a
case,
car.
And Kentucky, I think that we're going to do throughout March. But I'm not sure yet when we're coming back for that one.
It's a pretty background. Look at your background on the phone. Not up there, over here.
Oh.
On there.
I thought you were talking.
Dork.
I guess you did say background.
Sylvia, thank you for being a member for 4 months. That means everything, guys. What that does is it puts fuel in the vehicles, in her vehicle, because I don't have a vehicle. I do, but it's a Jeep and we can't use it for the sonaring or use it for the trips.
I don't think we should use my truck for sonaring either.
Let's not use it for...
We would be sonaring for ourselves. I don't think we should use any vehicle except for like a boat.
What is your cell phone signal? Is it pretty high?
Mine.
Is it coming in clear, guys? Can you hear us good? I don't know if we're getting into...
They can hear me just fine.
How far up does this daggum thing go?
Oh, real far. Thank you very much, Abnormal McClown. That really does mean a lot. But please know that any of Jacob's success, I don't claim any of it other than I held the camera to capture those moments.
Did you hear that?
That
Did you hear that?
What?
The eye roll? Did
Yours?
you hear that eye roll?
Yours?
Yeah. She has
It is
everything.
not mine.
Her and Eric has everything to do with the success
It is not mine.
that this team has provided and the families we have helped. That one right there has kept pushing me to do this. I swear to you, I was ready to give up.
No.
I couldn't do anything without something else happening. There was a lot of trial and errors. There was a lot of things that I've done in the past that I've corrected. There's a lot of things. It's life. You know, a lot of people didn't believe in me.
It's his success.
You know, there's been times I've completely broke down because there was a lot of stress involved in trying to make this work. And finally it's happened and I'm able to help these families and it's a blessing. So thank you guys for believing in me.
And you did that.
No, you did that.
You did that. Somebody said, will we be in Michigan anytime soon? We don't have any cases or no cases have been sent to us, but I will absolutely come home if we get one. I'm originally from South Chicago. We lived in Michigan for a big portion of my life. So for me to come back to Michigan is no issue whatsoever.
Where all that is. Carrie Lee for snacks. That's for you. That's not for me.
And then somebody said, can we watch the sonar again for a little bit?
Yes. Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry.
We did have we did do a search. You need to,
I know. There's a whole bunch of buoys over there.
So we did do a search in, it was on the South Carolina, North Carolina border. So we were working with, South Carolina law enforcement, but it was right there on the border. So most of our cases are in North Carolina, and then depending on which direction we go home, will.
It's LINDA or DSAY.
Someone wants to know how old you're gonna be. 57.
Whatever. Callie Lang from New Zealand.
Jacob will be 39.
Thank you for that sticker. Troll alert. Is there somebody in there trolling? I think I ran over a can. I think it's still underneath the boat because I can hear it rolling.
Thank you very much, Serial Killer Documentaries. That means a lot.
What specs are the sonar? So we use a Helix 10, mega side, mega down. We got it through Team Waters. We also have what we call a live scope, or mega live, sorry, that we use. Now, that is a sniper marine pole that gets controlled by this little handle, and it has came in clutch on what we're doing. So you see all these are all like stripers that are running through.
Who we're looking for.
Troll time 4:39. I'll be sitting. Hey Terry. And yes, we have opened up. Do what? Well, tell them. Oh, right here. Right here.
Put it on there while I tell them.
Well, they got to hear you here.
Okay, so we are looking for a trio of men that went missing back in 1982. They were last seen at the VIP Club in Chocowinity, and we believe coming home to Washington, which is right across the Pamlico River. And then right now we're in the Tar River. So Pamlico River, there's a swing bridge, and that's what separates what you would call Pamlico versus Tar, but it's all one waterway. So we are looking for David, Michael, and William. They went missing in December of 1982 in a 1975 black over white Chevy Camaro. So that's who we're looking for. We're just shy of 40 years on their case. So
now people probably wonder, Jacob, wouldn't you think it'd all be silted in? It could possibly. But, at least we're out here looking for them. We've been successful in finding a 23-year-old case. Jared from Adventures with Purpose, he solved a 40-year-old case.
What's it? This is your full-time job now.
This is my full-time job. This is what we do. From what you guys have helped out, what I do is I'm on the water regardless of temperatures.
Somebody asked if we come into Minnesota. If we have a case there and we think we can help, we will.
If we have a case in Minnesota, we will be more than glad to come and help. So what you guys are seeing right here is the middle of my boat. This is the depth, so we're at about 20-ish feet, so that's kind of almost in the middle there. Now, imagine a piece of paper that's folded up. This is the height you would see from here to here, and then this is scanning at a 30. These lines right here, that is interference with both sonars. And with the sonar, I'm going to put this up, guys, so I can concentrate.
Thank you, JC. Well, thank you for Jacob.
What?
JC Stocking had said, she joined because of, watching you grow over the year. And she said your professionalism and growth has been awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I said thank you for that. So the lines are the frequency changes from both transducers trying to fight with each other. I'm going to tell you that it's not bothering it. We found vehicles the same way. This is exactly how we've worked for the past 2 months and found vehicles this way. So I know for a fact it's not affecting it. It is a little bit of annoying, but if I turn mine off, they go away on hers.
I think Eric said something on here, but I can't find it now, so sorry. And if I don't see something in chat or if I miss something, please don't be offended. I promise you I'm not ignoring anybody.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who
I would never, intentionally do that by any means. It's just sometimes like trying to go back and forth between the chat and sonar, and learning that. So please don't ever be offended. I promise. I'm not always a nice person, but I'm a nice person.
Is it?
Blink twice for help. Do you have a stutter? Do you have like an eyelash in your eye?
With being able to do this and help these families out and work with the law enforcement, work with the families, it's an honor. Ever try to dive the Green River, Gary Ridgway dump? No.
So I know all about the Gary Ridgway case. So
Stinks.
So I know a lot of you guys don't know too terribly much about me. I am obsessed with the ID channel, like serial killers, mysteries. I am fairly certain.
I just snorted. Somebody said you're going to push me in.
That if someone disappeared, I would help look for him, but I would know where he's at. But I know the Gary Ridgway case. I know exactly which one you are talking about, serial killer documentaries. I know exactly what you're talking about. That would be amazing. Somebody said whose birthday. So we just celebrated Eric's birthday on the 4th, and then Jacob's birthday is on Sunday.
And we're all three the same age.
Oh no, I'm younger than you two. You two are gonna be 30. Well, Eric is 39. You are going to be 39. I'm only 38.
We have opened up being that we've been on the road for so long, and there's been a lot of people asking us where we're at in South Carolina and North Carolina. And we both agreed that, it would be nice to not drop my camera or my phone in the water.
It wouldn't be the first time.
We gotta tighten that down. Would be nice to meet you guys. I think that was the one that tightens. So tomorrow we're opening it up. What was the boat ramp called again?
It's at Havens Garden Park in Washington, North Carolina. I'm not sure of the address. I want to say it's like 1001 Park Road, but it's Havens Garden Park in Washington, North Carolina. We'll be there about 1 o'clock or so, probably at least for a couple hours, I would think. We had some time between, moving on to our next case.
I was trying to talk low. Okay, so anyway.
You need to put that back.
What? This back?
Yeah.
Hey, look how pretty that is. I did good on that one, didn't I? Say that again. Take your time. What now?
Huh?
Taking your time to do what?
Meeting
On the
people
cases?
tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody asked how we prioritize or how we decide our next. So we try to group everything together. As people send in cases, they usually send them into Jacob and then he sends them into me. So we normally, what I try to do is, we had all these cases kind of on the East Coast. So, hey, there's a bobber. Sorry.
Squirrel!
So we kind of, took the opportunity to, do all of these cases at once because we're in the area. So we try to, cases that are, within, 3 to 5 hour drive of each other. We'll try to make those into one big trip. We'll add, 2-3 days for each case. So when we go out on these kind of trips, we're out for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. The ones that are closer to home, we will normally either, a day or two, go somewhere, search, stay overnight, search the next day and come home. And then we also have Joel Moore, who Jacob's been searching for 2 years now. And then Johnita Wilkerson, both in our area. So when we're home, we aren't just like hanging out. We're still actively searching for cases, on those cases that are closer to home. So even when we're not on the road, you know, doing like the big trips, we're still searching, you know, at home. So we are looking for a trio of men that went missing on December 10th, 1982 in a 1975 Chevy Camaro. That is what has brought us to Washington, North Carolina. That's where they were last seen in Chocowinity, right across the Pamlico River. So that's two of the men I know for sure had Washington addresses. So that's what's keeping us, you know, in all of the water here. They left the VIP club and were never seen again. There was 3 of them. So yes, the address is 1001 Park Drive, or Park Road. So I had it right. Super proud of myself for remembering that. And then, so we searched yesterday on the Pamlico and then into the Tar River. Today we searched over by the Yacht Club and McCotter's Marina. And then tonight we're back on another section of the Tar River, where when you kind of go around this bend, there's a new development that 40 years ago wasn't there, but it was easily accessible.
It was open, and there's party spots, and from what I could gather, you know, everybody likes to drink, but these guys were hardcore partiers, and they just wanted to have a good time. And I'm going to tell you right now, a 6'8". How tall did you say those guys were?
So they were all like 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". So the fact that they fit 3 men over 6 feet tall in a 1975 Chevy Camaro is a mystery in itself. I'm a car kid, right? So like I grew up, like my dad was, you know, car buff. Like I can make my way around a car. I can usually identify cars, things like that. Chevy Camaros are not that roomy. They weren't. So not. I do think that there was an accident on their way home. William Clifton is the man who owned the car, and he had David McMicken with him, as well as Michael Norman. So those are the 3 gentlemen that went missing all together. Again, it was in 1982. I know some things have changed as far as developments, housing, things like that. But for the most part, the water is the same as it was 40 years ago.
Okay. So, we're going to have to, not end this, but we're going to have to get back because we're way too far before it gets dark because I don't know this area. So she's going to go ahead, if she would, turn the stuff off, flip that up and bring it in, and then hold the camera. We're going to race back to the, boy, look how pretty that is on the camera.
Oh, behind us. I was like, where?
We're going to race back, if we can hold the camera, and I'm going to show you guys the vehicles at the boat ramp with the Mega Live and the sonar sniper rifle, the sniper marine pole. Right. So, what? You good with that? Okay. So I don't know how you're going to do that. Oh, you want to grab that real quick?
Yeah, I was just going to wait for you to grab that though.
Okay. Hi guys.
And we have to go back quicker, you said?
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Well, I can't help it that it's cold. I want to show you guys what these vehicles look like with the live scope. Now unscrew that and then bring it. We'll try to get it. We'll have to hold this phone. We'll just hold it. If you want to fold that up, folds up that way, but you'll have to unscrew that and not get hit. We'll probably not have enough time, but no, other way. I just told you the other way. This folds up this way. See how that works? And then that goes up into there, and then.
Well, then why did you hand me to do it?
Because I have a phone in my hand.
So
I don't know. I don't think we're gonna have enough time to do the sonaring on this because of the. It's probably gonna be super filled with boats. Like there's probably how many boats were out there?
Oh my gosh, that boat ramp is nonstop.
So we'll give you a little. Yeah, there was every boat ramp. Part of that boat ramp is full. So we're gonna give you just a little brief ride in the sunset type deal, and we're gonna get out of here. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Keep diving. It's not worth it to stop. Keep pushing in life. Somebody out there loves you, and if they don't, we love you. And
love you. Bye.
I'm gonna have her hold the camera for a little bit, and then she'll end it. Thank you guys for all your support. Love each and every one of you. I know. I don't care. I'll say it again. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Bye.
What am I doing right now?
So we're just going to go a little bit quicker, and then we're going to have to get out of here because we're going to get caught back here. It's hard. Turn the camera back. Let's see your pretty face.
I don't want to. Oh, that's so pretty. There's nothing I can do about that. You're going 100 miles an hour.
No, just 25.
Please don't spill my drink.
I won't spill it.
Yeah, it's on. There it goes.
Woo! Sorry, Kyle. Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't take pictures though.
Can't take pictures.
No.
Oh, you can't get.
Yep, I have to hold your phone.
Yeah, it's all good.
This is what he looks like when he's trying to be serious and drive. Mom.
Bye, Mom. Love you. right, guys. We'll talk at you later. Love each and every one of you, and you all have a nice evening.